Please share with me how you are leading your company, OtterBox, through this pandemic. What pivots has your business made to adjust to this situation? And I know your company values, Jim, are really important. How have your company values been guiding your decisions through this crisis?
Yeah, well, so I think the first and the biggest change is we've had to rethink communication across the board. In the absence of good communication, people make up stories, and they make up stories that they believe because they're the ones that made them up.
Mm.
And so instead of having a quarterly company meeting where we share a lot of information, we're having to pivot. And what we know is that people don't digest email with the same degree of rigor that they do other forms of media. We live in a society where people are used to video content in short bursts. And so myself and my leadership team, we've adapted to that. And I've started putting out videos at least twice a week for our entire company, giving status updates on where we are, decisions that we're making, explanation behind those things. And have found that that makes a real difference rather than relying on a chain of people on video calls to cascade information, trying to take the message directly to our employees. Not only the frequency of communication, but also the transparency.
Mhm.
Uh, we're sharing a lot more information than we ever have before because people have an interest more now than they ever have before in some of the inner workings and how things are going. It's not typical for our sales team to want to know how things are going in our distribution centers, but right now, that's a hot topic of conversation. And so sharing that information is important. I would say the other thing is leading specific teams. Instead of having just a once a week staff meeting, I moved to having that staff meeting, but then a short half an hour check in with my team every day because that face to face interaction is really important.
Mhm.
I've asked that all of our teams throughout the business do that and that each manager have a face to face check in with each of their direct reports at least once every 48 hours. And what we find is that for a lot of those people, that's the only face to face conversation they have during that day. That's a challenging thing. And we don't realize how much we depend on simple things like people being in a good spot emotionally in order to do their jobs. If we don't be proactive in helping to maintain some of those things and maintain those relationships, what we're going to find is the best strategy in the world simply doesn't come to fruition because we haven't paid attention to some of those things that matter.
Mhm. That's excellent. And I'm sure, as you mentioned about employees' mental health, this could be the only conversation someone might have during the day. We forget how important other people are and how, if we are in the office situation, how many times during a day you get up or how easy it is to just go across the hallway and talk to someone and with all that gone.
Yep.
To be productive, we all need to stay healthy. And I know you all have really prioritized that at OtterBox.